I've showcased the Blazing Sun, I've showcased Golden Justice, and now it's time for Desert Phantom. And this guy's got the hardest challenge yet, as I'll be attempting to beat Chimps mode with every single pop given to this 5th tier Desperado. Which you guys might think is easy because look at how strong this guy is. He can tear through balloons. However, the Desert Phantom and Desperado in general have some really big weaknesses. First off, this guy can't even pop lead balloons. And then on top of that, Desperado is extremely weak before you get the 3rd tier upgrade, so early game will be very difficult. But I'm determined, so let's see if the Desert Phantom can do it. And if you guys enjoy this BT6 challenges, please go to the shop, click career support, and put in code MAHALIKPOPS. It's a very easy way to support the channel. And here we go, guys, All Pops CHIMPS with my man Desperado. We're gonna start with him right here, which seems like a weird spot, but the reason behind it is I need to out buff this guy later because he doesn't have lead popping power. So the placement has to be in a spot that I can place an Alchemist as well without the Alchemist stealing pops, if that makes sense. So this is a spot that came into mind. We do take down round 6 though pretty easily. And I guess just early we'll buy the Wanderer upgrade and Nomad. Enforcer is 2270. I think that's going to be one of the hardest parts about this challenge and why I'm not even sure if All Pops Chimps with Desperado is possible, because Desperado is not very strong before you get the 3rd tier upgrade. And that is quite the save up. We'll see though. And it looks like we are going down round 10 pretty easily. Okay. Well, let's get the quick draw upgrade then, which attacks faster the farther balloons are from Desperado. Does that extra attack speed make the difference? I feel like the top cross path is going to be better for the Enforcer anyways, and the top cross path is just much better in the early game for us. And that does allow me to defend. Nice. Round 15 here. This is actually quite the beefy round. We are taking down most of it though. Am I dead here? Yeah. Man. And the thing is, I'm actually getting somewhat close on the save up. I'm like $900 off. I could get the top cross path Desperado and try to do All Pops Chimps with that. But the top path is really bad at getting buffed. Like, it's not receptive at all to buffs. So I think the bottom cross path is what we need. What if I get a Glue Gunner? The Glue Gunner is really the only tower I can place that's going to help me out defensively without stealing pops here. The only issue is I've spent money on the Glue Gunner now, so that is going to limit my save up. But that does allow me to defend, which is nice. Oh, and then I'm dead round 16. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Let's go back and try Geraldo with the Jar of Pickles. That defends round 15, and I'm assuming it defends round 16 as well. Yeah, that works. Okay. Ooh, round 18 though. I think we might honestly go down here. It's all green balloons, so they still take 2 shots even with Jar of Pickles. And yeah, just the lack of attack speed, I'm dead. And I'm still like over $1,000 off. I'm thinking maybe we try changing the map. Even though Spot Pits is technically a shorter map than Logs, I think it's going to be better to start with Desperado. And the reason behind it is with this Desperado spot, I can pretty much spawn camp some of the balloons. And the balloons are typically on the edge of Desperado's range border, which is important for the quick draw upgrade, which makes him attack faster the farther the balloons are. So I think Desperado is going to be a little bit more effective in the early game rounds on this map. Plus on Logs, you don't really have a Desperado spot that can reach the very start of the track and the very end of the track, while this map you do. So we'll see how this works. Yeah, I mean, you can see here the attack speed of Desperado is actually quite good when he's placed in a solid location where the balloons are pretty much always on his border. We are actually doing solid here. Wow. Okay, round 17. Region yellows actually might take me down. Yeah. I'm guessing I need to do some sort of attack speed targeting here. We've already made it farther than I made it on Logs, so that's a W in my book. Try last to first targeting. Basically, what I need to do is somehow pop the single yellows entirely instead of spreading my shots across multiple. We actually did pretty solid there. Okay. Closer. Come on, defend. I think we did this time. Just a little bit of targeting made the difference, and now I'm really close to getting Enforcer up. Come on. Ooh, round 18 though, I feel like it's gonna take me down. Like, even with Desperado targeting. And I'm like $100 off, no way. Alright. Let's try Glue Gunner this round then. See if that makes a difference I need. I placed the Glue Gunner on the right, by the way, because I don't technically want to slow balloons in Desperado's range. Because that actually hurts the standoff upgrade, since there would technically be more balloons in his radius that way. And I'm closer. Okay, I think we did this time. I've got a feeling. There we go. Alright. Enforcer, please come. Do we take down 19? It looks like we do. And then, round 20. We finally get it up. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Wait, we do need to get Geraldo down though. This is actually a problem because I'm not sure if I have the camo potion in time for round 24. I don't. Wait, what if I buy this level? Do I make enough cash? I do. Okay, that is a W play. Barely by the skin of my teeth, I afford that. Like, it couldn't have been closer, dude. That was crazy. Okay, do we take down round 27? I'm pretty sure the pistol attack does get, like, buffed when you buy Enforcer, but it also has a shotgun attack. That's the only problem with my spot, is that the shotgun attack's not very effective here because the balloons have to travel so far. But I needed to use this Desperado spot just to start with them, right? So, it's something that needed to be done. Okay, we do take down round 27, though. Round 28, I am going to now get an Alchemist down, which we placed right about here, I'm thinking. I honestly should have placed it at the start of the round. I might die because I got too late. No, it works. Okay. I'm hoping this Alch spot does not steal any pops from me, which currently looks like that's going to be the case. And yeah, we got through one of the hardest parts of the run now. The early game was brutal, but I'm feeling somewhat comfortable. Ooh, more camo balloons. I don't have enough for a camo village. Okay. Do I have enough for a submergent support then? Let's see. I do, okay. That's perfect. The reason my initial thought was to get a camo village up is because I definitely want to get a Coat of Arms later in the game to just buff this guy, since we'll be stacking a ton of buffs as it's an All Pops CHIMPS challenge. But we'll just have to wait on that, unfortunately. Honestly, though, I'm kind of impressed about how strong this guy is defensively. Even with him pretty much only using the pistol right now, we are still taking down these rounds. Well, pink balloons, I might have something to say about that. Let's see. Yep, we're dead. Okay. Let's get an Alch buff up. The Alch buff is going to help the damage, help the attack speed, help the range, but the main benefit, in my opinion, is the Pierce, because that extra Pierce is going to be helpful on the shotgun. So, do I take this down now? It's looking close. Third and final wave. Come on. We're good. Nice. And how do we look against this Moab class balloon? Does this reach? No. Okay. Let's pop this thing down here. Perfect. That's not going to reach the ceramics, obviously. And can we defend the ceramics? I don't. So here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to get a village right here. We get range on this. It does reach. Primary training. And this will be discount village as well. That's going to increase the range and just damage of this guy enough to hopefully deal with that Moab. Yes, and the ceramics actually go down pretty easily as well. Now you might see that this like 3x thing and this other icon on top of Desperado. Basically what this means is it's from the Wanderer upgrade, which gives Desperado more attack speed if there isn't towers in range. So currently, inside of his shotgun range, there's no towers, but inside the pistol's range, there's 3. Which is why there's no pistol buff active, but there's 3 shotgun buff. That's basically why I placed my village kind of far away from him. Now I'm just gonna save for Avenger though. I do have Geraldo almost leveled up enough for that Jarius Fire, so I can always use that in case it's necessary. And look at that, round 46, I can now afford Avenger. Let's get it up, perfect. I'm feeling pretty good about this. The bottom path Desperado is 100% the best path to buff for a couple of reasons. One, the range of the shotgun's pretty small to begin with, so giving that range buffs is really helpful. And the utility of the shotgun benefits a lot when you give it attack speed buffs, like the knockback for Moabs and stuff. So that's the first reason. But the second reason is that the top and middle crosspath Desperado aren't actually very good when you buff them. The top path, Blazing Sun, has a pretty high base damage, so damage buffs don't really impact it. Also, I'm dead here. Wait a second. Maybe try strong targeting. And then the top crosspath Desperado also has a locked-in Pierce of 1, so then Pierce buffs do nothing. And then attack speed buffs also basically do nothing against the top for the top crosspath as well, because it only affects the reload time, not the burst time of the volley of shots. So yeah, the middle crosspath railgun is a little bit better when buffed compared to the top crosspath, but has such a high base damage that damage buffs basically do nothing for that as well. So Desert Phantom is definitely the 5th tier you want to be buffing here. With all that being said though, even with pretty minimal buffs on this guy, I mean, it's just a village and an alchemist, it's actually quite strong. The pistol one-shots ceramics, which is interesting, and the shotgun's pretty good as well. So I've already saved up 22k pretty comfortably. We're getting close to Desert Phantom. By the way, oh wait, when did Geraldo get pops? 1 second. It must have reached a Moab. I think it was 53. This guy got pops. That's a problem. Does it reach the Moab? Okay. It didn't reach that one. That is actually a huge problem, though. We'll keep Desperado on strong to try to pop these mobs quickly so they don't reach Geraldo's range. That's gonna reach. Don't hit it, don't hit it. Okay, it didn't reach, it didn't reach. There's definitely better spots I could have placed Geraldo, I'm pretty sure. I should have done some testing beforehand with the placements. Right now it's seeming like Geraldo's just not reaching his mobs. I have no idea how it got pops, in all honesty. I don't know. Oh, Geraldo's definitely gonna get pops against the BFB though. What am I gonna do against that? I was hoping to afford Desert Phantom before then, but definitely not the case. What if I use some items to give me more BFB damage? Yeah, we popped the BFB layer early. Well, actually, if I use 0 items, do I still pop the BFB early enough? Let's see. Because Geraldo shouldn't be able to reach the Moabs, I'd hope. Let's see. 0 pops still? Okay. Yes. Okay. As long as I clean up these ceramics, I'm good. And that appears to be the case. Also, let's turn on some effects. I just realized I haven't had effects the whole time. I'm sorry about that, guys. Round 61, bunch of zebra balloons incoming. I think I'm dead here. And did the Alchemist actually... Okay, Alchemist is still 0 pops. Let's use the Jerry's Fire now. We've gone long enough without it. We'll use a Jar of Pickles as well. This should be able to handle. It's going to regrow farm the zebras a little bit, but it's nothing too bad. Wait, Geraldo got more pops. What is going on, bro? How is Geraldo getting pops against these Moabs? Am I missing something? It just reached a Moab. I don't get it, dude. I actually don't get it. How is this happening? What about Stronger Stimulant instead? We'll also give a Pierce buff to this guy. Sharpening Stone will help. Okay, please don't reach this Moab. Please. Yes. Alchemist has 0 pops as well. Alright. Stronger Stimulant made the difference I need. Oh, I bet I give up pops this round though. Because there's fortified Moabs. I'm not going to pop those in time. Does it reach? It didn't reach the first one. What about the second one? Okay. I mean, I'll take it. It's like I'm rolling dice every time a Moab passes by Geraldo, whether or not it reaches. Now, I'm assuming I go down round 63. Especially with my Desperado spot not really covering much of the track. Let's see, though. I mean, the pistol one-shotting the ceramics definitely helps, but the pistol's attack speed is quite slow. And yeah, I'm dead. In that case, let's get up a glue gunner right here. I'll probably want to get a glue strike later anyways. But we'll just get glue hose for now. Just slowing the balloons is going to make a big difference for us. And how are we looking now? Actually, pretty clean. Yeah, just a simple 032 glue. Very cheap as well, especially under a village. Makes a huge difference. And Geraldo attacked again. I am losing my mind about this. I'm actually losing my mind. I guess I could have placed Geraldo in this location. This is probably the spot I should have done it. Because this location wouldn't reach Moabs unless they traveled to the very end. I really don't want to redo the entire run though, so what I am going to do then is go back to 63 and get a heli down. I want to support Chinook anyways later. I might as well just purchase it early. And then round 64, I'm going to move Geraldo to the spot I was talking about, right about here. They actually changed in the recent update where you can Chinook stuff between rounds, so that's really nice. Definitely will be appreciating that in this challenge. And now I should get 0 pops stolen this round, yep. That appears to be the case. Perfect. Now the only unfortunate part about that is obviously I spent a bunch of money on a heli, so does that mean I cannot save up for the Desert Phantom anymore? I guess we'll see. I could technically Chinook Desperado to a different spot as well if I wanted to. I think for now we'll keep him here though. And the reason behind it is if I Chinooked Desperado to like this spot, which is much better defensively, then my Alchemist would have to be closer as well. And then the Alchemist would be likely to steal pops. So yeah, we'll just keep him here. Do we beat this round without... Wait a second. Geraldo didn't even reach the Moabs in this spot. That's much better. I thought he would. As I said, do we beat this round without a Jerry's Fire used? And it's looking like we probably can, actually. Surprisingly. Keep it on strong targeting this time around. Yeah, strong targeting made quite the difference. I should be good now. Perfect. And I've got a feeling we're going to struggle against this round. Round 75 here. Very dense one. Very difficult one. Oh, and also round 76 is regrow ceramics. I'm actually going to get glue strike in preparation for round 76 because I know I'm going to struggle against the next round anyways. And I might need to use glue strike this round too. Let's see. currently it's looking like we're defending. Nah, we'll use Glue Strike this round as well. Let's use our Glue Strike after I pop these BFBs down. Now. Perfect. That is a lot of mobs and ceramics to deal with, though. I might be in trouble here. Let's see. I'm kind of handling, actually. That big wave might get me, though. Strong target on the Glue Gunner. I don't want to use another Glue Strike ability. Barely could die. Alright, with a different timing for the Glue Strike ability, I've left myself with 2 BFBs to defend. Or I think that's actually 3 BFBs. 3 might not be defendable. Let's see. Remember, I can't use another Glue Strike. I need for around 76. Do I handle that? It's close. Oh! Oh! We're good. Barely. Alright, around 76. Let's use Glue Strike now. I think I'm still completely dead. Huh. What if I move this guy? Let's think about it. Yeah, we lose the Alk buff. But the Jarius Fire can do a lot more work in this location. Keep on strong. Strong targeting actually might be a mistake. It's still regrow farms. I'm dead, but it's actually closer. What if we do first targeting? That didn't work, did it? Nope. I honestly think the smartest decision here is just restarting and not getting the heli early and just placing Geraldo in the correct spot.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, take number 2. It's looking like I can afford the Desert Phantom on round 65 here without placing that heli, so definitely a lot more comfortable on this time around. Let's get it up. Perfect. Oh my gosh, did you see that? It just like cleared out everything instantly. That was cool. I still have 0 pops and everything, right? 0 on the Alchemist, 0 on the sub, 0 on Geraldo. Okay, we're good. These BFBs, unfortunately that's not in the shotgun range. Once it enters the shotgun range though, it literally just blasts everything. That's so satisfying. So I guess the question is, what do I want to get next? And I'm not entirely sure. I could get primary mentoring, I could get the heli up that I was talking about. I think what we'll do is go for the heli here. Oh, but I still can't move Desperado because I don't have the lead popping if I do that. So we will need to either get Perma Brew up, which would allow me to move Desperado and still have the brew active, right? Or I need to get an MIB over here. Which MIB is probably the smarter play because I want to get Cold Arms anyways later. So let's move the glue first. Outside, oh wait, we can't do that yet. We'll do it before the round starts. And now let's take down round 79 here. I'd imagine this round shouldn't be too bad. Using a Jerry's Fire would actually kind of lose me the round, I think, because if we used a Jerry's Fire, we would regrow farm these rainbows like crazy. Dude, that shotgun is like so cool though. Whenever he pulls it out, wait for it. Yeah, that's awesome. And round 79 wasn't too bad. Before round 80, we'll Chinook this guy. Let's bring him right here. Now, this might seem like a bad spot because it is technically outside the range of this village. But you have to remember, I'm going for a second village. So the second village will range buff my first village, right? And now it reaches. Oh, it still doesn't reach. Wait a second. All right, take 2. Now it reaches. And then we will go for a MIB on this one. And I still have ×3 on the shotgun, which is fantastic. That's what we want. ZMG should go down pretty easily here. Yep, that was actually very easy. So I guess the question is, what do I want to get next? And I'm not entirely sure what the answer to that is. Probably Cold Arms makes the most sense. I could also get an Overclock. The problem with Overclock, though, is even though it'd be fantastic, where would I have it? Maybe up here? I feel like this could still reach the blimps at some point, though. Like, Overclock's probably gonna always steal pops pretty much. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, we should be able to get ×1 on the pistol as well if I just move this out of the way. We don't need submergence support anymore now that I have the Monkey Intelligence Bureau. Yep, there we go. Got the buff back. It's actually pretty insane how consistent this stunning is without like any attack speed buffs. I am surprised about the strength of the Desert Phantom here. I'm not gonna lie. All right, 4 ZMGs, just all getting perma-stunned. Let's get up my Cold Arms though. There we go. Cold Arms is ready to rumble. And how do we look against DTs? Normally this guy can't damage DTs, but again, we have MIB, so That covers the DT weakness. Oh, those knockbacks are very impactful on DTs. It must knock back stuff based on the speed of the blimp because it doesn't knock back like BFBs and ZOMGs that far. At least that's my guess. Let's use a Call to Arms here and just watch it tear through 91. Yep. We'll use another CTA against these ZOMGs in 92. And it tears through those as well. I know I was glazing the top path Desperado in the previous video, but this is a glaze fest of Desert Phantom, guys. Desert Phantom is very solid if you have a map that actually works well for the shotgun, which I imagine you can find a good location for this guy on most maps. All right, round 94. I'm gonna wait a little bit and then use Call to Arms now. How are we looking? We're looking very solid. And I've almost got enough for Homeland defense. Now 95 was one of my worries here, just because Call to Arms obviously isn't gonna carry me through the entire round. I'm gonna have to time it. But the knockback on the DTs is just like crazy good. So I might be okay. Let's use Call to Arms now. Yes. We're fine. That was actually really easy. I think we'll be good against every round besides 100. 100's now my main worry because the single target damage is definitely lacking. I can get a lot more single target damage though by adding a Jerry's Fire in the mix. I can add a Glue Strike, which will do a lot. I can get Homeland defense, or I can get an Overclock. I think both would be solid. Overclock has the pop stealing problem though that I was talking about beforehand. Let's do Homeland defense. I have the time machine mod enabled, so if this doesn't work out, I can always go back. It literally looks like it permastuns these with just a jungle drums buff. I wonder if it permastuns ZOMGs if you give it 0 buffs, like if it attacks fast enough. I'm not sure. Then on round 98, I'm going to use this Homeland defense. Wait for it. Now. It just, look at this guy tear through everything. Like, that is so satisfying. Here's the thing though. Ideally, I go into round 100 with every ability off cooldown. Wait, I have enough money for an Overclock as well as Homeland defense. But then I can't buy Glue Strike, I don't think. And Glue Strike's actually pretty important for the Jerry's Fire single target damage. Which one do I decide on? If I buy an Overclock, I also probably can't afford 2 rejuvenation potions. Maybe I can. We'll do Overclock. And then I'm gonna Chinook it right here. Yeah, I'll still be able to afford 2 rejuvenation potions because I'll make income on round 99. What happens if I give this range? It still has 3 times shotgun, but not 1 times pistol because of this guy. I see. Oh well. Round 99. Let's see how we do. Wait, target this, target this. I don't want this engineer to get any pops. Perfect. I think we can defend these DTs without giving this guy any buffs. Like, no Homeland defense, no Overclock, and we still defend 99, which is crazy. All right, 0 pops on everything besides Desperado. I think we're good on that. Let's go with a Jerry's Fire before this round starts. I don't think I'll use Pickles. We can go for some glues on the track. And some of these. And let's run it. Wait for Homeland defense till now. The damage is lacking. I don't think we have enough damage, I'll be honest. Can I Chinook this guy? Wait a second. I can. This is gonna be the play. 0 pops on the heli still. Yes. We still have 0 on everything. Okay. Overclock. Homeland defense again. I think with the Chinooking plays, we actually can do this. We're gonna have to Chinook him again. 0 pops on the heli, please. Yes, 0 pops. Okay. Bring you over here. 0 on everything else. Oh, the Alchemist might get pops here. I think the Alchemist is gonna get pops. I'll be honest. Wait, let's rejuvenate. Let's bring the heli around the world. Come on. Come on, heli. Alchemist, come up here. There we go. 2000 IQ, 2000 IQ. I need another rejuvenation potion, actually. I need to move the engineer as well. Okay. Yes. 0, 0, 0, 0. All of these have 0. Geraldo does as well. I think we've done it. I think we've done it with the Chinooking plays, guys. Let's get a couple creepy idols. Let's go! Every single pop in Chimps mode. Okay. That was awesome. It looks like it didn't do it because I used Time Machine mod, so the total damage is slightly off. But if we go into review map, 2,043,315 on Desperado, 0 on all of these, 0 on all of these, 0 on these two up here, and then 0 on Geraldo as well. So that does answer the question. Desperado can get every single pop in Chimps mode. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. I'm trying to hit 50,000 subscribers. And thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.